All right, anytime that I see something cubed, I lose my mind, right? No, I think there has to be some kind of grouping because we've only done linear and then quadratic, right? And so something apparently is going to happen here, and it's probably going to be grouping. I'm going to move everything to the right hand side, and I only do that because I want to keep that 6k, I kept wanting to say x, but that's a k, cubed. And when I move the x squared to the other side, that's minus x squared. And then I have the minus 96k is already on that side. When I move this to that side, that becomes plus 16. So from here, I can see I could do some grouping like this. Now this one I need to be careful. If I do that, then I need to make sure this negative goes on here, right? But when I distribute, that's already going to be a negative. So this one actually needs to be a negative. A negative and a negative will make this a positive 16. If that doesn't make sense to you, let me do a couple of more steps. So let me bring this down a little bit. So the first one, clearly I can see, let's pull out a k squared. So I factor out, I divide each term by k squared. So that gives me a 6k minus 1. And if you're having issues with factoring, you might do this. All right, that's actually what I'm doing. And now this one, I'm actually going to factor out a 16. Now this is where you're going to see that whole negative business. So I'm going to write a minus, oops, forgot my number out front, 16. And then what's left here is that. And you're probably seeing the reason why I needed that to match. So again, convince yourself. If I multiply negative 16 times 6k, won't I get the negative 96k? I think so. And if I multiply negative 16 by a negative 1, wouldn't that negative and a negative make that my positive 16? I mean, that's a little crazy, but the whole point is I need these to match, because now I could actually factor out that 6k minus 1 out front, and then k squared minus 16. And now I have two equations that I could set equal to 0, k squared minus 16. And this one is going to become what? 1, 6. So that would be this answer. And then this one, however you work these, students tend to work them different. You can work it this way, k squared, and then you can square root, but please remember to plus or minus. Okay, some students, and I say work this different ways, some students work it like this, that they factor that out. Same thing, you're going to get the same answer. So you're going to get plus and minus 4. So your answers are 1, 6, negative 4, and 4.